Okay, very, very quickly. Oh, it's 129, 111, 111. So, okay, so I'm watching this. I'm 15 minutes, 41 seconds into it. 155. So, and it doesn't say in the title. It just talks about Dendera. Okay, and I forgot that I did see one thing before, and as soon as they started talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's right, I have seen one thing about the Temple of Dendera and pictures and stuff. And so as soon as he mentions Hoth, yeah, that's right. That's my son. I was talking to my dad, or was it on Valentine's Day, on the 14th, a few days ago. Hurry up and get on stuff. But right at the end, I was like, he mentioned hammer for whatever reason. He was doing something, so hammer, and it triggered me to remember a dream before on the 13th. And I talked to him on a couple nights the night before. As I about that, I was I don't know if I did then. It was then. It doesn't matter when it was, but so I remembered like when I got up, but then I forgot about it. And then when my dad had mentioned hammer, I went, oh yeah, I remembered grabbing just a regular hammer ball and whatever, just a regular swinging hammer, nail remover on the back, and yeah, regular old hammer. It looked just like that. Wooden handle, it was just laying on a plain, like laid out blanket or whatever it was, and I just like went to go pick it up, and I had it in my hand. So, and those two dragon cards that came out, well, one was the Neptune dragon, and the other one was Thor's dragon. Thor is Hathor, okay? And now I'm watching this, and they're talking about, okay, so they're going into Jackie Onassis, and I might have, maybe I did see this one, but on a different channel, or maybe he's talking about some different things or something, but I do remember them talking about, so this might be the same exact one, but it was on a different one. Now it's on Zeg TV. I'll put the link below. So this might have been the same one I saw before, but it's like 47, 48 minutes, so it's almost an hour long. Very interesting. I recommend. So as soon as he starts talking about Jackie Onassis and all her past life thing at where I am right now, about 15 minutes in, okay, so I'm remembering Hathor, the hammer, okay, and the dragon card that just came up was Thor, and Thor's hammer, Hathor, okay, so, and the dream where I had, and I've had a couple temple dreams, or one was a vision where Larimar was swirling around the words like in a light, they were made of light, and I saw like ALAR as, and it just like instantly, it was like a flash vision. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, that was the stone that I was trying to remember before. I had discovered it, and then I saw a woman with a bracelet in the post office, big, huge chunks of it, and I was just like, oh. As she was standing there, because I was behind it, I was just staring at this bracelet, and I asked her what, and she's like, oh yeah, it's Larimar. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, so I was just like looking up Atlantis and blah, blah, blah. So Larimar had the, and so when I had that vision, it was in the temple. Again, it looks like bronzy or wet cement. There's always like fire somewhere in the background to make light in there, and there's always water too, always this fire and water element, and really smooth, like polished stone, like a finished cement floor, how that is, and it's always like bronzy, dark, rich, chocolatey, and shiny. So anyway, that vision of the Larimar, those letters swirling around, and then and that was quick. I said, just God, give me something, and then that had to do with all these other things, and I was trying to remember that stone that I forgot that the woman was wearing, and then I had a synchronicity before I even saw that woman that had the bracelet. Larimar came to me, and the connection with Atlantis, Lemuria, and then so one of the dreams, and I've shared it a couple times, but I think specifically I might have shared it just by itself, but it was when I had one of the eye activations. One was my twin flame, one was a bird, and one was a priestess, I guess, with the like kind of blondish with like strawberry blondish, like curly and like just like puffed out like your hair would be if you didn't put any gel in it. If you're like Hebrew and like Jewish, like white Hebrew, like had the blondish kind of hair and like didn't put any gel in it, kind of brushed it out, but you could still see that it was curly, but it was like poofed out because there was like all this electricity in her, and she had like basically white kind of skin, not white, a little bit of like mine, like kind of coppery but light, and green eyes, like sea green eyes. So, and that was an eye activation. So I'm getting like, okay, I know and then I was told I was called Candace in one of my dreams from this guy who was really, really dark, tan skin, dark hair, dark eyes. And I was just walking where didn't look like trees or anything around, just sky and ground, kind of rocky ground, like deserty, but more like it would be like Israel desert, because like white, rocky sort of. And he was walking in front of me, and he turned around and he said, Candace. And I'm thinking, and I look around and there's nobody there but me, and I'm like, oh, he's calling me Candace. And he looked directly at me, and so the Kandakes, my mother's name is Candace, she's all this, okay. Anyway, so definitely I had a past life as a priestess at Dendera, and it was probably last year sometime when all this dendritic stuff was, when this trees started coming in, the veins, the trees, all this dendritic nature, how everything fans out. And then that just came in earlier. I did this little diagram with all the circles, and it's like fractal, dendritic fractal. It's just how, in a more organic form, like our body and trees, the veins are like how the branches are. That's what dendritic means. It's like a main artery branches off into smaller ones, smaller. So you can say fractal, dendritic, kind of the same thing. So I'm really highly resonating with this past life. And it's very interesting because I was listening to another TI that I'm sub to, and she said that she saw a woman, she described her exact, and she kind of just glommed over it and then went on with it, and I was like, she was probably a high priestess in past life at the Dendera temple too, because she said she had the same, she was just saying, in her dreams she saw this, and she described exactly what I saw in my dream. The woman looked exactly the same, green eyes and the blonde, and okay, so eye activation, because it's getting you to remember your past life of who you are, and these high priestesses, okay, Hathor's the cow goddess, and all. Anyway, I'll put the link below so you can watch the video. He does a really good presentation, better than I can do with my scattertasticness. So but yeah, so Neptune past life was coming in. Now this one's coming back with the Dendera. Is it Dendera? Yeah, Dendera. Well, they're talking about Dendera wormhole technology and all that. So I was like, ooh, but then with the Hathor, all this went click, click, click. So, and with the last Native Heart card, was it that one? We were talking about past life. Or maybe it was a Neptune dragon. One of them, yeah, I think it was a Native Heart card, the self-love one, and all the past life stuff coming in. Okay, so cards don't lie. So yeah, us priestesses, high priestess, healers, shamans, teachers, we're getting our activations. So some people may not even understand what it is. What's happening. I don't necessarily at first either, but I'm really proactive in gaining understanding about what I'm being shown. So I just, maybe get to an understanding faster just because I'm more motivated to do that. Not that, But yeah, we're all kind of getting it at the same time, getting the activations in, and integrating them and remembering who we are and all these past lives and all these magical, awesome MNFers we used to be. And it's no wonder they're targeting us because they're super magical beings. All right. I love you guys. Peace. Blessings.